Unusual question about bases. Bases are about the system of numbers that we use and how many digits we have to choose from when representing our numbers. So our system is base 10. We have 10 digits to choose from, 0 through 9, that we can use to represent our numbers. That doesn't have to be the case, though. We could have a system that was base 5, and we would only have 5 digits to choose from before we had to move over to the next column, which we call the tens place. And then we'd have 5 more digits to choose there until we had to move over to the next column, which we call the hundreds place. So this question is about converting between different number systems and finding out their equivalent answers. All right, so this question, represented in base 5, how much larger is the square of 111 base 3 than the square root of 121 base 6? We're going to have to do some converting here to our base 10 system so that we can do the math for it. Let's start here with 111 in base 3. We have to find out what does that equal in our base 10 system. Well, have you ever seen a number expanded out, showing the different places? So like 111 in base 10, that is 1 times 10 squared at the hundreds place, plus 1 times 10 to the first is the tens place, and then it'd be plus 1 times 10 to the 0 is the units place, the ones place. That's how you expand it out. Well, what they're saying is this is not base 10, this is a base 3 number. So instead of tens, what's actually happening is all of those are threes. So this is, you would call it the nines place. 1 times 3 squared, and then 1 times 3 to the first, this is the threes place, and then 1 times 3 to the 0, this is still called the ones place because 3 to the 0 is 1. All right, by calculating this out, we can get our base 10 equivalent answer for 111 base 3. So what would this be? 1 times 9 is 9, plus 1 times 3 is 3, plus 1 times 1 is 1. So 9 plus 3 plus 1 is 13. That is our base 10 equivalent. In base 3, 13 is actually 111. All right, we've converted that. Let's go ahead and convert the other number that we need. We need 121 root 6, or 121 base 6. Let's see here, 121 base 6. So if I expand that out, this would be 1 times, and then it starts 0, 1, 2. So this would be 6 squared plus 1 times 6 to the first plus 1 times 6 to the 0. Let's calculate this out and find out our base 10 equivalent number. 1 times 36 is 36 plus 2, this should be a 2 times 6 is 12 plus 1 times 6 to the 0, that's a 1. Add those together, 36 plus 12 plus 1 is 49. So 49 in our base 10 system would be 121 if we only had 6 digits to choose from. Okay, so we've done those conversions. Now they actually wanted us to do some math with those. They want the square of our 13 answer. So actually, this is, if we square that, we get 169 is what we need. And then they wanted the square root of our 49 number. The square root of that is 7. And they asked, how much larger is the square of 111 base 3 than the square root of 121 base 6? Well, if we subtract our two answers, 169 minus 7, we have 162. That is our base 10 answer that we are used to. They want us to represent that answer in base 5. So how do we convert from base 10 into base 5? Like this. Take our number 162. We are going to expand that out using powers of 5 until we've reached 162. Right? So we're going to have something times, and it's going to be 5 to the third. I'll tell you why in just a second. Plus something times 5 squared plus something times 5 to the first plus something times 5 to the 0. And that will be all the digits of our base 5 number. Okay. 5 to the third is 125, so ask yourself, how many times does 125 go into 162? It can only go in there once. So 1's the first digit. 1 times 125 is 125. Subtract that and see how much you have left that you have to place the digits for. So 162 minus 125, if you subtract that, you get 37. So now I have to do the same thing in this place, which is our 25's place, with what I have left, 37. How many times does 25 go into 37? Just once. And that is 25, so I'm going to subtract 25 to see what I have left still to do. I have 12 left that I have to place. This is the 5's place. How many times does 5 go into 12? Twice. 2 times 5 is 10. So now I have only 2 left, and 5 to the 0 is 1, so this is the 1's place. How many times does 1 go into 2? Twice. So these are the digits of my base 5 equivalent of 162. 1, 1, 2, 2, base 5.